Okay, so I told you I'd go ahead and show you how we school in a little house. And I'm not going to even, like, act like I cleaned it up for you. Look, he thinks it's funny. I didn't. This is just everyday life. So if you have OCD, just stop watching. You're going to have convulsions and you won't handle it. So, here we go. This is all of my dining room. This is it. So you always see me sitting at the end of the table there. That's the backdrop. This is it. This is all I got. Let me walk into the kitchen. Here's the kitchen. So yes, that is a high chair with books. I have a school tape, or what is it, a TV tray that I use to put the binder on. My printer, because I couldn't live without that. And then this is just a collection of just chaos that happens. When the 5-year-old feels like she needs her own spot, she uses this desk where school and education happens. You gotta wait. He waits until I get on the video. Okay, so this is my work spot right here. This is what my husband is griping about. He says I have to get rid of this. But I'm in the midst of laminating all those little file folder things, so I'm kind of stuck. And I got all my supplies down there, and it's kind of growing up. I wish I could tell you that we do piano lessons. I have a piano tutor, and I have lessons online, but we can't even do it because that's my homeschool chaos. So, here is our dry erase board. Now, this is literally how we have schooled the last year. The last year we've schooled this way. This is actually a bath board or a shower board that you can get. It's much bigger than this. This was, when we moved out of our old house, we left the other piece of it. It's like 4 foot by 8 foot, maybe bigger than that. And this was the leftover piece, and I just stuck it on there, and that's where we kind of do our math, our schoolwork. Ran out of space, so I threw a bookshelf on top of the piano, and I typically house all of my manuals and everything else, but like I said, it feels like I can't catch my breath starting out this year, and we're only a week in. And then my husband put extra shelving up, so that's kind of my art program and some previous, a game or two, and then those are the puzzles for the little guys that I haven't even pulled out yet. My saving grace is this mammoth thing here. It is 6 drawers, and the reason it's 6 drawers, it's actually those, you buy that at the store, and you buy one of those at the store. Well, I took the top off the one and the bottom off the other. No, I just took the top off the one, and I was able to cram them and make a full 6 piece. And what I typically do is, each one has a drawer, and that's where all their work stays, and then they pull it out and they get their work out for the day, and they put everything back in as we go. So that's kind of the way I organize it in a small space. I could have cleaned this up and it would have been better, but I think I'll end up apologizing the whole time. This is all our schoolwork for this year. So each one of these is a child, and that's an entire year's worth of work. This right now that I'm operating in is my method of walking chaos. So each one of these is like the file, the tidy files from Christian Light Education. So I turn them different ways, and then I put the teacher manuals in them to kind of keep them organized. And then here's, I've showed you that in the past, my file folders. So, and yes, that's the other room. I promise you, not nice and neat. That was somewhat folded, but we've done tents today, so it didn't matter. So we are on top of each other, literally. And then I've got a basket with my All About Spelling and some of our morning work in here some days. Okay, so to help me keep it together, one, this is usually more organized, but it's not. This is my bookshelf that I keep all of, like, our Saxon Math, if we go back into Saxon Math, stuff I'm selling. And then usually I have all of what we'll use in the future, like their future reading and language arts and all that there. But this year, I'm going with this since we're moving. Then I have, a fussy baby. I have a fussy baby. So these are the games and extra books we look at. The Childcraft, a little animal series, and then the Book of Knowledge. And just, you know, we get into those. And then our workhorses behind the clothes. Yes, no shame. This is our wonderful stash of library books that we love.
It's like our own personal library.
Our own personal library. And up top here are the ones that I actually print myself, and I go into a book list. So if you ever feel like you don't have enough space. I feel ya. This is hence why I'm trying to keep it low. And I also have, and look, I even store like my preschool games to keep my little guys out of them. So I've got to figure out how I'm going to do that next time. But, so you see this a lot. And this is one of my big upsets when you have 4 kids schooling and mama trying to get stuff together, is everything gets spread out. Everything gets collected so we can eat, spread out, collected. I feel like we spend more time moving our stuff than we actually get studying some days. But yeah, this is how I'm rocking it. So powers to the moms that have to do way too much stuff in a tiny little space. This one goes out to you. The rest of you, I hope that you have a better sense of perspective. Because when I get out to that big old schoolhouse, I'm going to have perspective. So I hope you like, here's a little bit of just getting it done. I'll talk to you later. Bye.